Hi everybody, my name is Kathy and I'm going to be your facilitator for this course in all about Canvas for faculty. And I want to kind of give you an introduction to our course. I'm actually looking at our course right now in what's called a student view. So I'm looking at it as if I were a student, so I can show you some things and test some things. So what I want you to notice is I've already gotten into the course. First off, when you first get into Canvas, you're going to find you need to go up to Courses at the top and choose the Intro to Canvas for Faculty course to see this. And then you will see the same thing that I see. So by the way, as I'm showing you this, and if you want to see me larger, click on me over here in the video in the lower upper left corner. And if you want to see the Canvas screen larger, click on that part of the window and it will get larger, and you can press escape to get back out of both of those. So this is our Canvas course. You'll see across the top there's a gray bar. This is known as global navigation. So this is where you get to all of your courses, all of the grades for things you have been recently graded, all the calendars for your courses. And across the right side there's usually a little more different information here, but since I'm in this fake student, we're not seeing it, so we're going to see that a little bit later. Once in the course, down the left-hand side, you see the course navigation. So if I was to say to you, everybody go to the syllabus, you go to the left side and find syllabus and click, and that'll take you to the syllabus. If I was to say, everybody check your grades for this course, for this, not all your courses, but this one course, how you doing, you would go to the left side and click on grades. So this left-hand navigation is very important. If you want to get back to the beginning where we first started, you would go home, because we know there's no place like home. So this is the home page. So I got to tell you first off, I did not create this Canvas course. Alyssa Sells from the State Board did, and she did a fabulous job. So I've gone through all of it and tried to give it my take on things, add a little bit of my own content, but I'm sure I've missed something somewhere. I always do. So if you find something that seems wonky, like we know this class starts August 10th, but perhaps you're going to see one that says, welcome to our class, it starts December 4th. Let me know so I can go fix that, please. So again, made by Alyssa. Big thanks to Alyssa. And what Alyssa has done on the home page here is to put all these wonderful buttons that help you find your content. So you'll see the first button is orientation. So if I hover my mouse over that, you can see a little tooltip that says course orientation. I can click on it and go to the orientation. I can click and go to the syllabus. I can go to announcements. I can go to ask a question. I can go to M00, and that's module 0. Module 1, module 2. Module 3. We tend to organize things by modules. We have grouping our content so we know where we are and we have a step-by-step progression through things. So you can do this so you can find all the information you need here, or you can go to the left-hand side. Now I tend to go to the left-hand side a lot. That's just me. So if I say everybody go to the modules, I go to modules on the left-hand side. You might know you're already in module 3 and just want to click on the M03 button. Your choice. I'm going to go to modules, so at the left-hand side I click on modules, and you're going to see the same kind of content you would see as if you had clicked on those buttons. So at the very top is ask questions here, and there was a button back on the home page for ask questions. This is a really good place if you're wondering about, I don't understand the assignment to do this, this, and this, I need some help. Can you give me an example of what you're looking for in such and such? If you want to ask a question that everybody in class would see, this would be the place to ask it. You can also answer people's questions here, and that of course is where the class gets much more information interesting as we start to come together and help each other. So if you click on ask a question, you'll see as I hover it gets an underline on it. If I click on ask a question, this brings up something called a discussion. There's some instructions at the top, and as you go down, you have to kind of look for it. Near the bottom is a gray word reply with an arrow on it. If you hover your mouse over it, it gets darker. When I click on reply, let me scroll down, I get a larger area to work in. I get some buttons like bold and italic, and I get a place where I can type my question. And when I'm done at the bottom right, there's post a reply. So my original question was, do you have any questions? And then you would be replying to that. So I'm just going to go cancel out of this. So please do use the ask a question. So how do I get back to modules now? I'm going to go to the left and click on modules. That'll take me right back to where I was if I wanted to do that. Now I'm going to scroll down a little bit. You'll see we have Ask Questions here, and then we have Module 0 Getting Started. I'm going to scroll down. Module 1 Navigating the Student Perspective. Module 2 Communication Channels in Your Profile, and on down. There's a whole bunch of these modules. There tend to be a lot of stuff at the beginning and less as the course goes on. So why don't you look at Module 2 just as an example here. You'll see the name of the module is Module 2 Communications Channels in You. At the far right there's a padlock. This module is locked. You can't get in yet. Well, how come? What if I want to just jump to Module 2? Well, we as instructor decided we didn't want to let you do that. We wanted to force you to go through this class sequentially. So how come you can't get in Module 2? Well, if you look at the bottom of Module 2, it says there's a prerequisite. To get into Module 2, you must complete Module 1, the one before. If I scroll up to Module 1, it's locked. Module 1, Navigating the Student Perspective, padlock. Bottom of Module 1, well, how do I get into this one? Oh, I have to finish Module 0. Okay, back up. You can see how we set this up, so you have to go from Module 0 to Module 1 to Module 2 to Module 3. So Module 0, here it is. Here's all the content. Well, I can't click on hardly any. It's all grayed out. Well, the very first item is blacker. It's darker. It is not grayed out, and I can click on that one. So we set up the contents in the module to be sequential too. You have to do this one and this one and this one and this one. How do you know you've completed all the requirements for Module 0 so you can get to Module 1? Well, notice this first item, it says you must view the page. That's how you finish that piece of the requirement for this module. Once I've done that, let me click on Module 0 so you can see. I would read this. I'm going to go back. Now the second item is available to me. I would read that page. I would read the third one, must view, must view, must view. You can see I added a video here, a video on how to take screenshots that I made, and you don't have to watch that. It's extra beyond the scope of this course, but I thought it was worth putting in here. So that one doesn't have a requirement that you must view it. Also, as we go down Canvas help in the Canvas community, you don't have to look at that. How to fix common problems, again, don't have to do that. As I continue down, must view the page, must submit the assignment. Uh-oh, there's homework, and you have to turn it in. Must submit the assignment, and the last thing is a quiz, and you must score at least 8 out of 10 points. Once you meet all these requirements for the must views, must submit, must get at least 8 out of 10, then the next module opens. And trust me, like if you're worried about the quiz, you can take it as many times as you want. Don't worry. So let me show you how this also works. I'm going to go to the first item in Module 0. I click on it. I can read it. Down at the bottom of it, you'll see there's a previous and a next button. So to go to the next content item, I can go back to modules, find it and click on it, or I can just go down here at the bottom and click next. And it'll bring up the next thing. Once I've looked at this one, we know looking at this one opens up the next one, and I can click next and work my way through the content. This particular item I'm looking at, you'll notice there are some blue words in it. Those are clickable links, so things you can click on to learn more. At the bottom of a lot of sections, there's a big blue bar across the bottom with hints, tips, interesting information. Those are always kind of good to read. So let me see what else I'm supposed to tell you. I have notes. I think we're doing pretty good here. I want to show you how to contact me if you need to. Certainly, you have my email here at South Puget Sound Community College. I'd prefer if you contact me through Canvas so that it keeps all my emails in one place to help me. And also so you practice using the mail system in Canvas. And in Canvas, it's not even called mail, it's called messages. So let me leave Student View and become me so I can get to the normal kind of look here. So at the upper right, you'll see my name, inbox. That's where my messages go. And you also see things like settings and how you log out when you're done. So I'm going to go to inbox. So to contact me through Canvas, click on inbox. Near the top, you're going to see a button that's a symbol for a new message. It's a box with a pencil in it. Click that. You can select the course you're in. So this is really handy for students too. If they have 5 courses or something, they can do that. If you know my name, you can just start typing Kathy Brooks. But a lot of times people don't remember their teachers' names. So you can click on the head at the far right. For this course, here's all the teachers. Click on teachers. Here's the teacher's name. Click on it. Type in a subject. Type in a message and send. So it's really handy. So please, if you want to ask a question, it's kind of general nature and everybody in the course can see it, use that discussion back in the modules called Ask a Question. Remember, I can get to it here as well. Here's Ask a Question, the same thing. If you have a more private question, something you don't want everybody to see, then go ahead and use the inbox in Canvas. And if you can't figure out any of this stuff, send me an email message just to my South Puget Sound Community College email address, which is kbrooks@spscc.edu. I'm going to have a great time. I love Canvas. I'm quite a Canvanista, and I think you're going to learn to love it too. So can't wait for us all to get in here and get started.